Hey, before we start, I just want to make sure that you double check that title. Make sure that it says that Ku is one of the worst fathers, not the worst. I just want that to be very clear because I don't want a list of fathers who are worse in the comments. We all know that Zokin is the worst father, but this video isn't about him or any other father. It's about Ku, and he deserves to be called out. Let's talk about why. Hello everyone, welcome to the Anime Void. I'm Brian, your host, and happy St. Patrick's Day! Today we're going to be looking deeper into some Irish mythology, focusing on the fandom's favorite doggo, Chulainn. Though personally I am more into Gareth, but I won't get into that right now. Now, if you were to go up to a random person on the middle of the street and ask them to name an Irish mythological character, first, they would look at you like you had 3 heads, but if they gave out a name, it would most likely be Chulainn. And again, that's if they give you a name. Irish culture that goes deeper than stereotypes is largely unknown by the general populace. However, thanks to nerd stuff, legendary heroes such as Ku can get their name in the spotlight. He has been portrayed in many different games such as SMT, Smite, and Final. Good lord, what is that? Kill it with fire! Anyway, his arguably most prominent portrayal is from Fate Stay Night, and then subsequent titles up to Fate Grand Order. And of course, they do touch on his legend in all of the games that he appears in, some more than others, but it's Fate. They take liberties. And that's fine, but they do really barely touch on a really important person a lot of the time. Now, if we went really deep into Ku's story, he's a complete bastard of a man. Like, murder an entire castle to take a woman as his wife and then still cheat on her kind of bastard. Like, people are quick to point out the bad things Nero's done that gets glossed over post-extra, and rightly so, but she's not the only character with this problem. But the specific video that we are diving into this video is that of Ku's son, Connla, who he killed because he's a dumbass and a sore loser. Let me explain. While training under Skahawk, Ku fought against her sister, Alfie. Upon defeating her, he knocked her up. In some versions, I'm pretty sure that this was a condition that Alfie agreed upon, but still, it's very tenuous. And at some point, Ku left, but he gave his unborn son a thumb ring and 3 geasa, or geis. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing that, but he gave him those things before he left. The first of the 3 being to never turn back once he had left. Second, to never turn down a fight. And third, to never give his name to anyone. The exact wording of each really depends on who's telling the story, but you get the picture. Now, geasa are powerful curses that forbid the bearer from performing the actions that are tied to the individual geas. If those conditions are broken, then the geas breaks and punishes the person that has it in some way, usually death. Ku himself had an absurd amount of geasa, 2 of which were do not eat dog meat and do not refuse a meal from a woman. I want you to take a wild guess how one of his geasa was broken so that he was vulnerable and able to die. And just so you know, I have a geas myself with the condition of reach 1,000 subscribers before the end of 2022. Really specific, I know, but hey, you can help me out with that. If you enjoyed this video, you should hit that like button and consider subscribing to help me hit that goal. I plan to have plenty more content like this. But regardless of that, Connla grows up and is off on a journey to find his deadbeat father. He finds him, but a bunch of his dad's buddies decide to fight him one-on-one like a bunch of movie grunts. This is important because geasa work on what I like to call Legal fairy bullshit. Like, they come with workarounds in a weird way depending on how they're phrased. Think Eowyn killing the Witch King in Lord of the Rings.
I am no man.
So, like, if two people confront Conla, he could have just been like, hey, I'm Conla, who's my dad? Since the stipulation was any one. Though again, it really depends on the wording that the person telling the story decides to go with. Though, that said, he probably could have just said, I'm the son of Chulainn, as the workaround, since it doesn't involve his name? So maybe it's legal fairy bullshit in the other way, and he was barred from revealing his identity, period? Mythology is stupid. Whatever. After Conla dunks on an entire kingdom's worth of warriors because they just kept going at him one at a time, Ku finally confronts him himself. His aforementioned wife tells him, hey, I'm like 99% sure that's your son, so maybe don't. To which he responds with perfect rationality and logic. Shut the hell up, you don't know shit, I'ma kill this kid. So, Ku goes to Conla and tells him that if he doesn't give his name, he's going to kill him. Conla obviously can't give his name, and then proceeds to dunk on Ku as well. Like, he has his old man's head in the mud as if it was a cookie going into milk. And I do want to point out that some versions of this story have Conla as a literal child. So picture a 7-year-old laying waste to Ireland's greatest hero, and you think getting no-scoped by some kid on Xbox was bad. But hey, Ku, being the good sport that he is, and recognizing a strong warrior, takes Conla under his wing and trains him to be an even greater hero than he is. Or he gets salty and takes out a cursed spear and stabs his son through the heart. And then it is after he does this that Ku realizes that this person that he just murdered was in fact his son. So he scoops him up and goes to his buddies and is like, hey guys, this is my son. No wonder he kicked our asses. And then Conla dies in his arms. You know, I once saw someone say that Chulainn is Irish Goku, and I am mad that I cannot come up with a more apt description. Heroic figure, transformation state, deadbeat dad. The only thing that is missing is the fact that Ku isn't a space monkey. Unless. And also, with all this talk about Conla, wouldn't it be interesting if we got a fan-made concept of him as a servant? Maybe even a gender-bent Lost Belt version, who's a foreigner with ties to a certain elder god who shouldn't be named, and is associated with the color yellow, the usual opposite or complement to Ku's blue. Oh wait! That's totally gonna be a thing! She's actually in the thumbnail, and the video all about her will be up on the channel soon, so you should be double sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon, cause you do not want to miss that! And with all that said and done, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, I am very interested to find out. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to catch you next time in the void. Later. Hey, you clicked on this video, so I'm sure you're a fan of Fate Grand Order. And if you are, you may enjoy the fan servants that I created. I have Saber, Brian Boru, Archer, Hua Mulan, and so on and so forth. The first video will be linked at the end of this video, so you can check it out. And if you do enjoy those videos, perhaps you'll even enjoy art cards. I have produced art cards for all of the servants that I have created, and you can buy them using the link in the description below. Buying these will not only support this channel and myself a lot, it is also going to support the artist. We are splitting the profits on them. So yeah, once this video is over, be sure to check those out, and check out the link in the description below for the cards.